join Sameir Uniquely Me in spreading awareness in the Forest Autism Walk. As you all know, April is celebrated internationally as Autism Awareness Month. I am Bashir Khan, your host for today's event. Dr. Seuss famously quoted, "Why fit in when you were born to stand out?" Sameir Uniquely Me has been helping children with autism since 2018 by providing a range of educational and clinical services. Autism spectrum disorder, commonly known as autism, refers to a broad range of conditions characterized by challenges with social skills, repetitive behaviors, speech, and nonverbal communication. To tell you more about this, I would like to introduce Dr. James Ellis. No stranger to Guyana, Dr. James Ellis has over 30 years' experience. He is a clinical psychologist from West Virginia University and is a licensed psychologist and board certified behavior analyst. Dr. Ellis is currently the supervisor of applied behavior analysis services from Newton Public School in Newton, Massachusetts. He was a founder by Step by Step Guyana and continues to support Guyana children with autism spectrum disorder and their families through his involvement with Sameir Uniquely Me. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Ellis.
All right, good morning. I'm Jim Ellis. I am from Boston, Massachusetts. I don't have anything written planned, but I just want to tell you how happy and excited I am to be here today. It took a little bit of pushing from Angelina to get me here, but I'm really excited to be here and so excited to see the turnout today. As you were told, I've been working with kids with autism and their families and teachers for probably over 30 years now, and Angelina and I were trying to do the math yesterday to try to remember when I first started coming down to Guyana, and I think it was probably about 15 years ago now, and met Angelina probably a couple years after that when she brought her son Sameir to meet me. The way that I got involved coming down to Guyana is just sort of pure luck. I had had a colleague that had worked in the Massachusetts area and moved to England and was working with a family there whose father was with the British Foreign Service, and they were being placed over in Guyana for a few years. And was contacted by this colleague. They connected me with the family, and for the next 3 years, I came down to help support them set up a program for their then 4-year-old son. And then in doing that, I worked closely with the mother of that little boy. And then we started doing some outreach and trainings and parent meetings and what have you. And then we started a small little program in their garage. And that's where Sameir came in. And I got to know Sameir, and we set up a program for him. It was Sameir and the original little boy and the 2 other young children who were a part of that original program. The other really unique thing, and I think continues to be unique about Sameir Uniquely Me, is that the folks who are doing all the hard work with these students are people who don't necessarily come from any educational background or training, but they're people that have just been trained up through me, through Angelina, through other of the tutors and teachers who have been working now in Guyana for many years. And I just think that says a lot. So anyway, I, flash forward, after I met Sameir and we started some other programming. We, established Step by Step, which was, in place for about 10 years or so. Things happen, but here we are. I'm just so proud that the awareness of autism continues to grow in Guyana. And I'm so happy to see that this event is happening on the West Coast, because I think that, we really want to make sure that we're increasing that awareness, across the country. Anyway, I'm not going to talk anymore today. I'm around. I'm happy to talk individually with any of you, but I'm very excited to be here. I'll be here for the week in both of the programs, working with the teachers and children, so I look forward to that. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Dr. Ellis, for those kind words, and we appreciate all the hard work you've done, and we thank you, and hopefully that you continue with us. Thank you. All right, so our next speaker is very hardworking and a passionate woman who started her journey in autism after she noticed her son, Sameir, was different from other children. She is the founder of Sameir Uniquely Me and has more than 10 years of professional experience working with children with ASD. She studied in Boston, Massachusetts, and was trained in both private and public schools and institutions in New England. She is now a board-certified behavior analyst who trained under our very own Dr. Ellis again and Dr. Kerry Davis, our speech pathologist. So this wouldn't have been, we couldn't have had this without Miss Angelina. So let's give her a warm welcome.
Okay, first I want to thank each and every one of you for being here this morning. You have surprised me pleasantly, and I want to acknowledge each of you for coming out today and making this, our first Autism Awareness Walk, a success on the West Coast. Thank you. Thank you. I'd like to thank our teachers who are dedicated and have worked with our children, and we have seen success. We have seen improvement in each of our child. I acknowledge you all. Charlene, Rima, Yvonne, Melissa, Stephanie, Ariel, and Gladys. Two of them missing, but they're from the East Coast. Thank you guys. Thank you for your hard work. Going extra now. And all of you know my mouth is very big, so I probably don't need a mic. I will also like to acknowledge Dr. Jim Ellis for being here. It has not been easy for him to clear his schedule, and he knows that we love him, and this here could not have been what it is if it wasn't for Dr. Ellis, who has done great. Yep, he deserves to be thanked. I would not be here. Sameir would not be what he is today, and Sameir Uniquely Me would never have been born. He's my mentor and he's my friend, and he means a lot to me. I want to thank you, Jim, for always being in my life and for always giving me the support that I need. Thank you. I want to thank our parents and those parents who have stepped out and given me so much of their time, the uncles, the aunts, the nieces, those of you who have been here with us throughout Sameir Uniquely Me, and especially have gone the extra mile. I want to call out Nima, who have been like a twin next to me throughout this Autism Awareness Walk. I want to thank Shelley, who have put in all the hard work throughout our first day of starting to plan this Autism Awareness Walk. I want to thank Petrula for also being here and guiding us. The four of us was the backbone of this Autism Awareness Walk. Thank you, guys. I look forward for your support in the next one, the 23rd, before I miss that. So I have a speech plan, but I don't know what it is right now. But yeah. Yeah, well, my speech is really long, but I also want to thank those supporters who have come on board with us. We want to thank, turn around, Nima, let me see. I lost the word. Sterling, Cosmos, ANS Algus, New GPC, and El Dorado Offshore. Thank you, guys. And Pixels, and and autopit signs. Sorry guys, I should not be the one doing that, but I want to say thank you for getting on board at this short notice that we have given you and really come in handy for us. This has been a great support. We look forward for collaboration with you and spreading awareness so each home will hear the word autism. And when I go to hand a flyer and I said, have you ever heard of autism? They will say, yes. I have handed out over 150 flyers here and 7 persons know the word autism. That was last Monday at Easter Walk. We want next year when I hand out 150, all 150 would have heard the word autism. That's our goal. I just want to leave a few encouraging words here. To any child or young adult who is on the spectrum of autism, mild, high function, whatever category, do not let a label define you, but you use what you have to create your own label. Autism is not a label for you. Create your own label. For parents and grandparents, your child is special. To be confident in the magic that you can wield to bring out that special gift that they have. And for the parents who don't have a child with autism, raise a child who could be loyal to a friend who has autism, who could be a loyal friend to a child with autism. And for teachers, I don't know how many of us are professionally teachers, but I believe we are all teachers. We all have something to impart in a child and in an adult. Create the platform where a child that is different could feel confident, respected, and acknowledged in their school, in the home environment, in the community, and wherever they are. Thank you. Oh, I just want to say thank you to my kids and my son Sameir, my passion that has bring me here, my daughter Rima, and my other daughter who always abused me, I forget her, Rihanna. I did not forget you, keep you for last.
All right, thank you, Angelina, for those kind words, those emotional words. They are very impactful to us, so we remember them. Okay, the next speaker is a person that I know from since 2006, and we both studied at the University of Guyana. He studied geology, and I studied mechanical engineering, but we were taking the same math courses and so on. So his name is Vikram Manu. Without further ado, I'll call on him to say a few words.
So my little contribution today is for us parents, guardians, family, to aid in spreading awareness for autism. I find that when we first heard about it as a family, we naturally slipped into depression and didn't talk about it. And then we came out of that phase and we went out there. We started to chat with Angelina. She gave us the encouragement. She kind of facilitated how we should present ourselves. And we went out as parents. We talked to teachers. We talked to co-workers. And over the 2 years my boy has been at Sameir Uniquely Me, we've been able to reach many families who have kids with autism, and they were able to use this opportunity now to access Angelina and Sameir Uniquely Me. So my little contribution for autism awareness is we as parents, I think we need to be out there more, have more conversation with our peers, have more conversation with our families. Spread it socially when you can and when you decide you want to. And just have more and more persons become aware. There's so many kids over my time being exposed now to Sameir Uniquely Me that I've noticed. It's a bit hard sometimes to approach someone and say, I think your child may be on the spectrum. People react very differently, but if you have that confidence and you're at that point where you think you can meaningfully engage, I humbly request that each and every one of us make an attempt. Try. That child may need help, and this is the way to access some help for that child. So let's be, like, for the want of a better word, the ambassadors out there. Spread awareness, with our families and our friends first. Thank you, guys.
Hi everyone, good morning. Before I go into the closing remarks, I'd like to thank Mr. Manu who donated the tents and the chairs and everything, the tables for us. Angelina forgot to mention him in her thank you. Well, we were so appreciative of everything he's been doing. So I'd like to thank everyone who has joined us, all the employees from the companies. New GPCIC has a lot of employees. Thank you guys for coming out. To all the teachers, the tutors, and all the kids that I see around. Everyone who has been a part of the planning committee, thank you so much for making it out. And just a reminder that we have our second walk in Georgetown on the 23rd of April. I also hope to see everyone who's been here on that side too, if you can make it. So you guys have helped in spreading autism acceptance and understanding by attending the walk. We hope that we can have continued awareness programs throughout the year, not only in Autism Month, which is celebrated in April, but we're going to have other programs during the year. So I look forward to everyone's continued support, and I wish you a safe journey back home. Thank you so much.
Good morning to all our wonderful parents. Good morning to our students also who made a special effort. I know it wasn't easy for them to come out and be a part of the walk because some of them are late sleepers, but they still came out here with their parents. Parents, my encouragement to you guys, love your children. Show them that love and let them feel appreciated. They are special. They are unique. They are wonderfully and beautifully made by God. They are God's gift to you. He placed them in your life for a purpose, to shape your life and put it into a new direction. Embrace that change. Love them. That's my encouragement to you.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd like to say and show appreciation for everybody that turned out today, helping to spread awareness on autism. So this is my son, Lucas Yan. We found out earlier last year where we, as parents, were able to identify a few areas where Lucas would have been considered a little bit different than other children within his age range. We were advised by our pediatrician when we did, identify the areas that we noticed where Lucas was a little bit different. Our pediatrician advised us to contact Miss Angelina and her team, who has since earlier 2022 to now been able to support my family, help my son through his challenges, provide the education and understanding to not just myself, my husband, assist my daughter in helping her brother, her younger brother, as well as providing educational awareness to my entire family, which with autism, it takes a community. So I just want to show a special appreciation to the teachers and the team at Sameir's Uniquely Me and the parents, the community that Sameir's Uniquely Me has been able to provide support by encouraging us. Creating that community has been able for us to come together as a team where, encouraging each other in a few areas where we can come together, provide encouragement. As you see, Lucas takes, he's enjoying himself. And you see, he likes to be a center of attention. So I just want to say again, thank you for everybody that showed up. Hopefully we see you next week again at Georgetown on the 23rd. So Again, thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I must say I'm very happy, very proud of each and every one of you for turning out to supporting us. My inspiration for being a tutor for children with special needs and especially autism is Sameir. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gone in this direction of teaching. And as a matter of fact, I love kids, but he has brought me this far in this path. I would like to thank you and encourage you to keep spreading the word of autism. I was at a occasion yesterday, and we were trying to spread the words of the walk and autism, and no one. We had a token that we had on the on display, and most people, they just saw it and liked it because of the color. They didn't know what the meaning was. So we were sharing the awareness of autism through that. And please remember that we have another walk next Sunday, same time in Georgetown, and it would be lovely to have you there. Thank you for your support and continuing supporting us.